And he was really, really, good at sort of, hiding that from us for a little while until Christmas morning of 2017, when we got a knock on the door that said that our son had overdosed, and that luckily for us that he was Narcaned and brought back to life. And that was our awakening. Right?
So that moment when you got that Christmas Eve,
Christmas morning
when you got that knock on the door, that was the first that you learned that there was any drug involvement at all, and it was an overdose. There was no signs, like the conversations leading up to that. So you were just slapped right in the face with, hey, this overdose. And that's how quick this can escalate.
Yeah. Well, the truth is, as we started to learn after that point, actually, unfortunately, I started to learn way too late, which I'll talk about in a minute. But the truth is that these kids, unlike us when we were younger, whether it was right or wrong, we could experiment, right? In the 80s and 90s, that's what we did, right? Like teenagers and young men and women, they would go to their party, they would do their party drug, and we could live through it. Some of us were lucky enough to kind of go through that experimental phase and move on, get a good career, have a family, and and do all the things that you're supposed to do as an adult. Some folks, maybe not so lucky, but the point is that it was different because it wasn't claiming lives like this fentanyl crisis is. And the other thing is, when we were younger, you go to a party and you would get what you asked for. If you wanted marijuana, you would buy a bag. If you wanted cocaine, you would get a bump or whatever, If you wanted LSD, you'd get a little tab, right? But that changed. And in my son's generation, what happened was, these counterfeit pills and all this stuff, these children think that they're buying this thing, and they end up getting this thing that's laced with a drug that is super, super, it kills you.
No, it's like Russian roulette.
Yeah.
And now it's...
And they have no idea. They have no idea, right? So there's just so many there's so many things that make the current day different than what it was like when we were younger.
Yes.
Although I'm a little younger than you, but anyway.
Yes, Skylar, that was for you.
Skylar, that's for you.